What's going on, everybody? It's break week this week. It's Golden Week in Japan, so I said I'd come on and just give a couple predictions for what I think is going to happen in the next chapter. Uh, Obviously, chapter 1048 of One Piece. I'm gonna do this pretty quickly because it's 10 o'clock at night. I've been up since 7 this morning. I had an exam this morning. I started my exams this morning, so I'm in exam mode at the moment, so I've been working hard all day. But so I said I'd just come on and quickly, but I'll quickly summarize what happened in the last chapter. So we got Momo and Yamato talking, Momo having a flashback, uh, Orochi with the sea stone nail falling out of him and turning back into his Orochi form. And then we had Luffy and Kaido fighting. Luffy ended the chapter by having his massive fist. So what do I think is going to happen this week? So there are a couple of things. I think that obviously the giant fist isn't going to work. Like there's that quote that everyone throws around from Oda saying that Kaido won't be beaten just by a massive punch, and that's literally what this is. It's a massive punch. But I don't think the giant fist is going to work. I think Kaido will probably get around it, or it might be the thing that knocks him down, and then because I'm a big proponent of the idea that Kaido gets knocked down and then gets back up and starts using his awakening of his devil fruit, because we haven't seen that yet as far as we know. So yeah, I am a big proponent of the idea that that will happen, and maybe the giant fist will be what knocks him down the first time. We do know Kaido is he isn't really showing damage, but we do know he has taken a lot because the flame clouds are basically gone at this point, which brings me on to the next topic. I think that we'll finally get Momo starting to generate his own flame clouds on command. I don't think it'll be just purely just like out of air. I think the lanterns off of the fire festival in the flower capital, the way they released them in the last chapter, this chapter, whichever chapter it most recently was, I think they'll finally reach the island, and Momo will be able to use the fire from them to, float the island away again. Not before. I don't think he'll get it off of Wano. That is something. I think he'll manage to land it safely somewhere outside the flower capital, but I don't think he'll make it all the way out of Wano with it just by the end of the arc. I think the people in the capital do have to see Momo holding it up, because it'll be like the sign that the Kozuki are back, it'll like reignite their love of the Kozuki, which was kind of tarnished over the years. So I do think that is something that has to happen. They do have to see him holding up Onigashima over the flower capital. So they still haven't, so it'll happen soon, I think. So that's, yeah, so we'll have Momo and that. I already said I don't think the giant fist is going to work, but I do think we will get more of the Luffy Kaido fight. In 1047, it was very noticeable that Luffy wasn't actually hitting Kaido like at all. I'd have to go back through the chapter, but I don't think he actually got a single hit in on Kaido. Like Kaido was dodging the lightning bolts, he was dodging everything. He was landing a bunch of hits on Luffy, so I don't think Luffy will get knocked down again, because he's been knocked down, what, 5 times by Kaido in this arc? Or like, I really do think this is his final. He might get some help from elsewhere, like some of the Straw Hats might come up or something, but like overall, I do really think that Luffy just needs to figure out something. Like, I don't think the fist will be it, like the giant fist, but I think he'll need to pull something out, and I think he might start to get an idea of it in this chapter. Like, we might start to see kind of hints of I don't know, maybe even like mixing other gears. Like he's obviously in gear fifth, but like maybe even using gear second while in gear fifth, like maybe up the speed of his attacks, you know, because that is a problem that Kaido is able to dodge his attacks, obviously, meaning they're not fast enough. We stuff like that, you know. I don't think he'd need to go into gear third, to be honest. I think he's got that covered in gear fifth already, and then like I don't know, maybe mix in Snake Man with it could possibly work. Pull the exact same thing that he did to Katakuri, you know. But yeah, I think he'll start to get kind of an idea. And then I think as well we're going to get the next. Maybe this will be the finish of the Orochi storyline. I think Denjiro will come to Hiyori's rescue and cut the final head off of Orochi, which will in turn kill him. So I do like the idea of Hiyori having already actually been trained in secret by Denjiro and the Yakuza to like be a samurai kind of warrior maiden kind of deal, and being able to actually kill Orochi by herself. We know Ame no Habakiri was left behind by Momo, so you never know. Like Hiyori could have brought that with her to Onigashima. We don't know, you know. She might be able to wield it. That's very possible in my eyes. She was raised by the Yakuza, like, and we've seen female members of the Yakuza fighting, you know, women members, and also people like Kiku. I know Kiku is trans, but like, you know, we have like Kiku and stuff. Obviously, in Wano, it's not entirely seen as like, oh, fighting is the man's role, and women should be off doing other things. Like Toki as well was very much able to stand up for herself, is the impression we got from her. So I really do believe that we might see stuff to do with that in the future. In the next chapter in particular, I think this will be the conclusion of Orochi as a person. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But so yeah, those are my major predictions. I think besides that, we'll probably get another couple of panels of like what's going on with like Usopp and Hamlet, and then like on the live floor with the rest of the Straw Hats regrouping, and like all that kind of stuff. You know, I think we'll get maybe a couple of panels there seeing what's going on. We might see like Chopper starting to treat Zoro because Frankie reaches them, and just minor things like that. But I think the main brunt of the chapter will be Momo starting to be able to generate flame clouds thanks to the lanterns. I think the end, Hiyori takes out Orochi, and Luffy starts to figure out how to turn the tides on Kaido after failing with the giant fist. Those are my 3 predictions. If you have any other predictions and you're watching this video, leave a comment down below what you think might happen. If you have any other ideas that I didn't think of, you know, obviously, as I said, comment down below. And besides that, if you enjoyed this video, or if you agree, if you disagree, just any bit, leave a like. You know, it really helps the channel out. I'm currently at 8 subscribers. I'd like to be at 10 by the time I'm done my exams in 2 weeks. That would be unreal. So leave a like. As I already said, comment. And then if you enjoyed the video, subscribe. You'll get more videos. You'll get more One Piece content. Currently, it's just really like Friday videos, which are like chapter reviews, reactions, and predictions. And then when I'm done my exams, I'll be producing a lot more. I'd like to get up to maybe 4 videos a week at minimum when I'm done my exams. But obviously I'd want them to be high quality videos. But I'd like to do like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and a Sunday video. Not all on One Piece. Ideally 3 a week on One Piece, and then 1 a week, which would be like a kind of miscellaneous. Like I'm currently reading Berserk. I'd like to do a review of that, you know, current reading reviews, and I'm currently watching Dragon Ball. like to do reviews of that. So, those kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm rambling on way too much about this. If you were going to subscribe, you probably already would have, so I'll see you next time. Peace.